Dear members of the organizing committee, esteemed participants covering representatives of various organizations under animal husbandry sector, hope I am audible. After the technical glitches, with the advancement, there are benefits, pros and cons both the side. First, let me apologize for not able to join physically in this August gathering today. I was supposed to be there, I committed, but due to an urgent meeting in the ministry, I could not join. So thanks to the organizers to connect me to this August gathering. And I'm glad and honored to be a part of this 14th Poultry Knowledge Day. Let me first compliment the organizers to make this program a mega event by bringing all the stakeholders in the supply chain of production and export of poultry and poultry products. On this occasion, I would be mainly deliberating on harnessing the export potential of poultry products. And at last, I would be touching upon the mandate of the organization, which is Export Promotion of Agri Products, the organization which I am representing. And we all are aware that India is blessed to be an agrarian economy and further blessed with the strength in subsectors of agriculture, horticulture, and animal husbandry, and other subdomains of agriculture. Now, I would like to come to the presentation part, coming to the overview of production and consumption of poultry. And next slide, please. So, in the overview of production and consumption, Indian poultry industry is over rupees 1,40,000 crore, which is the size of the industry. And it continues to be one of the fastest growing subsectors of animal husbandry with a growth rate of 8 to 10%. As India is known for number of products in the agriculture sector, whether it is in fruits or vegetables or cereals, similar in the case of animal husbandry also. Poultry also, we are the second largest egg producer after China with a production of 114.4 billion eggs. And it is the fifth largest chicken meat producer with a production of 4.2 million tons in 2020-21. And how we are placed at this position. This is only due to the poultry population in our country. And if as per the 20th livestock census we see, it is 851.81 million. And the projections place egg production reaching 136 billion eggs, with poultry meat production to total 6.2 million metric ton by 2022, which gives a good indication. And if a proper strategy is being made, we will definitely be able to harness the potential of this poultry sector. If we see the per capita egg consumption, which is around 87 eggs per annum, and leading exporters of poultry are Brazil, USA, Netherlands, Poland, and Germany. Next slide, please. Now, let us see where we stand in the global production. We have analyzed basically the top 10 countries from the 2021 data. In the case of chicken meat, we stand at fifth number with the production and share of 5.12%. And in case of primary eggs, India stands at number 2. Will not read the figures, because figures are already visible to the audience. Next slide, please. Now let us see which are the top 5 importing countries in world in terms of value and percentage share in total. China stands at number 1, then Germany, Netherlands, UK, and France. So if we the takeaway from this slide is that after China, EU is the major importer of poultry in the global market. Next slide, please. Now, let us see the major global importers or major destinations of Indian poultry products. And in this slide, we have tried to analyze basically the top 10 countries in the formulation of a strategy. If we have to increase the export of poultry products to uh, up to a proper level in the total export supply chain of globally, if we see. One is market access and removal of trade barriers, high tariff for poultry products in Japan, the number of countries, Qatar, Hong Kong, UAE, where the basically due to avian influenza outbreak, the export is stopped. As we already mentioned about how that can be addressed by compartment and zoning. UAE India is at the final stage of adopting model health certificate for export of poultry through compartmentalization. This will pave way for other GCC countries for opening up imports from India on the basis of compartment. This is one part. And this market access and removal of trade barriers is basically done by having regular bilateral meeting, and through Ministry of Commerce. In the bilateral meetings, we are flagging the issues related to poultry, and in some areas we have received some success. In some areas, and in coming days or in coming months, we are going to achieve the obstacles which we are facing. Then second is the incentives, financial assistance for infrastructure development, for compartmentalized poultry exporters and other incentives. This is to be incentive is to be given, though APEDA provides financial assistance as given to other scheduled products, for it is provided for poultry sector also. Under the focus product analysis of RCA products having export potential for India, these are the HS code which we feel that these needs to be given due priority. Then reduction of production cost, because the major challenge is feed at higher cost. So the feed is to be made available at a lower cost, disease-free and traceability. And though APEDA has initiated and implemented traceability system for a number of products, and those traceability systems have been recognized worldwide, and the confidence has been generated importers that the system is in place. So we have initiated for traceability system through poultry.net, though the process will take time. With the contribution of the stakeholders, we will be able to develop and implement this system. And final is the market promotion in the potential market, which is one of the important activities of APEDA whenever we organize participation in international trade fairs. And apart from other scheduled products, we always highlight the importance of poultry exports from India. Next slide, please. So on poultry, these were the major one, which is the current topic for the audience. Will only run through few slides, not take much time, because the participants who are not aware of the mandate of the organization or what APEDA is doing under Ministry of Commerce, the mandate given for export promotion of agri and processed food products, which include poultry also. This is basically just a glimpse of this. India has emerged as a significant agri exporter in several crops. Agriculture imports are mainly dominated by Indian oil, these edible oils, pulses, cashew nuts. India's agri export contributed nearly 14% of its total mercantile exports during 2021-22. And I would like to make a mention with a proud that despite the COVID pandemic and despite the disruption in supplies during the COVID pandemic, India was able to supply food products to the global market, and which generated a confidence. And that time we were able to achieve a good amount of growth. And India ranks 9th in terms of exports and 11th in terms of import of agri products when we consider EU 27 as one country. Next slide, please. Just about APEDA, it's an export promotion organization under Ministry of Commerce and Industries. Its headquarters is in Delhi. We have 14 regional offices. One office we have is in Hyderabad, where this program is going on, and looks after 700 plus products. And the journey started from $0.6 billion in 87, and we have reached to $24.7 billion, though we have to go a long way. And though we have registered a good footprint in the global agri market with the help of all the stakeholders, and the export is basically to more than 200 countries across the globe. Next slide. Just highlight of agri export from India, just to show, out of the total agri basket, 50% is looked after by APEDA, and the remaining 50%, the designated organization like for marine products, APEDA is there, spices, tea, coffee, and there are certain other products which does not come under the ambit of any of the organization, is directly looked after by the ministry. Next slide, please. From the APEDA basket, just to touch upon that, you may see animal products, which is 17%, and poultry is a part of that, and other is cereals, fruits, vegetables, floriculture, seed, and recently we have been given the responsibility of cashew by a notification of Government of India. Next slide, please. APEDA provides financial assistance under its scheme, and the scheme's details are available at a website. The poultry entrepreneurs and the processors, exporters, whosoever are willing, they can avail the assistance. I will not go into the detail. These are available at APEDA website. Next slide. Just to go through on the recent initiatives of APEDA for export promotion. Next slide, please. Virtual buyer-seller meet during the COVID pandemic, when the physical interaction was not possible, we started organizing virtual buyer-seller meet with 51 virtual buyer-seller meet have been organized through Indian missions in the markets where the platform provided the opportunity to interact. And for poultry also, in virtual buyer-seller meet, the poultry exporters were also a part of it. Poultry importers were also a part of that. Next slide, please. We organized virtual trade fair also during the COVID pandemic. The idea is this, that how APEDA is trying to promote agri exports from the country in the odd circumstances, also in the difficult situations also. Next slide, please. We conducted trial shipments of GI product. We know that there is a focus of Government of India on pushing the export of GI products. These are some of the products which have been pushed from various states, various countries. Next slide, please. For again the ethnic and unique products, how APEDA was able to connect these products to the global market. The idea is to generate confidence among the poultry industry also. The way the other agri products are being connected to the global market, the entrepreneurs, the exporters and processors are welcome. If they have any product with any kind of innovation, APEDA is definitely there to handhold and connect to the global market. Next slide, please. So with this, I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to interact with the audience there. Thank you very much.